This is Fred King. I'm a medical librarian at MedStar Washington Hospital Center and a Koha sysadmin. This presentation is Elasticsearch for Koha, a view from the trenches. It reads more like, it is possible to install Elasticsearch for Koha. Now, if you were at the Koha US 2023 conference, or you were watching it online, or you've seen the video of this presentation on the Koha US site, you'll know that it did not go very well. In fact, it went about as badly as it could, except my pants didn't fall down. This time, it worked. Now, what was unfortunate was that I had tried this in a dress rehearsal a few days before. It worked perfectly. And then I tried it again when I got home. It worked perfectly. So this is a recording of when it worked perfectly. Since I said who I am and where I work, I should also add that the opinions expressed here are my own and are not necessarily representative of MedStar Health, its management, associates, affiliates, attending physicians, their families, or any of their household pets. Now, another presentation showed you a picture of my van. It's kind of old, but I know how to open the hood and poke around, change the oil, replace the battery, do a little tinkering. Now, this is my other vehicle. It is a smart electric. It's a lot easier to park and drive around town in DC traffic. But when I take the hood off, it's a lot more complicated, and I can't reach in and tinker with the components. Now, eventually I might be able to, but right now it's a mystery. Same thing with Elasticsearch. It's probably a lot easier than I think it is. But there is one thing that makes me wonder, because this is from the Koha Community Wiki on Elasticsearch. There's not a lot of information there. Somebody needs to update it, probably me. But there is this one little thing. Cross fingers. Apparently other people have had problems with it too. Most of the steps I'm going to be following today are from Koha Geek. Install Elasticsearch for Koha, with a couple of additions of my own. And now for a live demo. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, as you can see, I'm using Ubuntu 22.04 and I'm installing it on Koha 22.11. First thing, always, of course, update, and then upgrade. Needs to get a lot of stuff. And this may be going a little faster than some systems because I have it on DigitalOcean, which has an Ubuntu and a Koha mirror. And I took out a little bit because we've all seen this before. Okay, the next thing you have to install is Koha Elasticsearch. Open JDK-11-JDK-headless. No, I don't know what that means. but it's installing a lot of new stuff. And restarting services. Okay. Now add the key. And yes, this particular method is deprecated, but using the proper one is something for another day after I've learned it. It's wget-q capital O, which I always find annoying. Yes, pretty soon we'll no longer be able to do that. Just have to do trusted.gpg.d. Okay, now I'm going to open the file elastic-6.x.list. May have inferred I'm installing version 6 of Elasticsearch. Rumor has it you can install version 7. I haven't gotten it to work yet. You can also do this with the echo command. I find this a little easier because it's easier to go back and check. Just to say YMMV. Then do another update. Just gotta think about it a little bit. And now what you've been waiting for. apt-get install Elasticsearch. Installing 240 megabytes of programs. Next thing you want to do is auto remove. That's going to free up some disk space. And now you have to configure Elasticsearch to start automatically. System control daemon reload. System control enable Elasticsearch. .service. And yep, now you have to install something else. It's user/share/Elasticsearch/bin. Elasticsearch plugin is where it lives. Install analysis-ICU. Now, start the Elasticsearch service. Install curl. Actually, it's probably already installed on your system, but can't hurt. Curl stands for client URL. Curl does a lot of interesting things. It's a bit like MarcEdit. You think it does one thing? No, it does 50 other things. In this case, curl localhost 9200. Elasticsearch runs on port 9200. And if you get, for search, means you've done something right. Then use curl. Check on the health. Health _ pretty. Green. That's exactly what you want. Now, after I installed this, for one of the first times, I got a note from DigitalOcean saying, "You've left a really big security hole. You might want to take care of it." So, go to Etsy Elasticsearch and edit elasticsearch.yml. And go down to where it says network host, uncomment it, and change it to localhost. Alright, now let's go over to the Koha console. Go into Koha administration. And scroll down to searching. Or rather, search engine. Change from Zebra to Elasticsearch. Save that. Go back to the command line. Cross your fingers. And see if you could rebuild the library. Koha-Elasticsearch-rebuild-D-R-V and the name of your instance. In my case, I was very clever and I chose to call it library. Now it's indexing. And there are not a lot of records in this library, so it's not going to take a long time. And there you have it. Well, this time it actually worked. But there are some things that don't always work. So here's a short section on troubleshooting. There is troubleshooting Elasticsearch at the Koha Community Wiki. When I tried this at Koha US in Portsmouth, I had this configuration, regular type SSD, 4 gig RAM, 80 gig hard drive. The only thing that was different between the time it worked and the time it didn't work was that I changed the CPU to premium Intel. That may have made the difference. What you want to see is what I saw when I said curl localhost health pretty, which is green. It is possible to run the system when it says yellow. I haven't been able to figure out why it is yellow and not green on my general library Koha instance. If the status is red, it won't work at all and you have some more troubleshooting to do. And that is the end of what I know about Elasticsearch.